Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Imperium News Network. I'm the Cadian Reporter. A terrible tragedy has struck the galaxy. It is so terrible that if you don't know right now... What the hell is that? Sergio, what are you doing? We're broadcasting. Let's go. What the heck is this? Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Slaanesh? Welcome back to Imperium News Network. I am the Cadian Reporter. Tonight, we talk about something truly horrific. Something that sends a chill down every good and loyal Imperial subject. The Chaos Gods. The Chaos Gods, of course, being Nurgle, Khorne, Tzeentch, and Slaanesh. There are many of my treacherous kin who have fallen prey to the evil of chaos. I've heard many tales of the faithful falling from grace and plummeting into darkness. I have prayed continuously for the Emperor's protection against such evil. What? Let's pretend I did fall, just, for the fun of it. Which Chaos God would I choose? It's kind of like going to the shopping mall, you pick an object and you have to read the ingredients on the back to make sure you know exactly what you're getting. That's what we're doing here today. Anyway, we're going to jump right into it and decide which Chaos God I won't be defecting to. It's a hypothetical. First things first, we are looking at these painted models that the higher-ups have supplied for me. Thank you very much, higher-ups. Can't have that kind of imagery in here. There are children watching. Alright, first one we're looking at is Nurgle, and I love to hate this model. I mean, it's really gross, and there's a lot of nasty stuff going on with it. I mean, you can see his fat breaking through his skin. He's melting, he's ripping apart, and he's falling out all at the same time. It's really wonderful to look at and horrible to look at simultaneously. The skulls on his little chained bracelet look really wonderful. I like his little Nurgle friends. His sword is amazing. All in all, a really good looking model, and I just love the way it looks. The detail is really fantastic. Next, we are looking at Tzeentch. He just looks like a big parrot. Like a bipedal parrot. But I like the wings. The wings look really good, so point for him for wings. I don't know. Warhammer-wise, it just doesn't kind of fit when I think Warhammer. It just looks out of place to me. But as a model on its own, the feathers, the wings, the intricate attention to detail on his little armor plates looks really nice. Though I'm sure that thing is a monster to paint and to not break. I've heard many stories of people getting wings on the models, and they're like these teeny tiny little paper thin wings that just like you look at it the wrong way and it shatters. So I'm sure that model is similar in fragility. It's a big word. Next, we're looking at Khorne. I like this model a lot. It reminds me of the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. I keep mentioning Lord of the Rings or Tolkien lore in every video. I do apologize. You're gonna have to forgive me. That's where my heart truly lies. Before the Warhammer gods abducted me, I was a hobbit lass in Middle-earth, frolicking in the fields where I was happy and free. And then all of a sudden I got yanked out of Middle-earth, and here I am. Help me. No, I'm kidding. No, I really do like this model. He looks really awesome. His wings are, again, points for wings, so they both get a point. But I'm sure they're so fragile. And that whip, or that Morning Star, can you imagine trying to get that bad boy out onto a table and not have that whip break or move? Anyway, his armor is sick. I love the design of it. He is being mounted on the little standby fire. That thing's gotta be like super thin. These models are just Ooh, don't touch them. Don't look at them. Don't think about them. Otherwise they'll break. All in all, I really enjoy the appearance of this model. I think it fits really well into what I would imagine would be a chaos god in the world of 40k. I like it. This freak needs to be on a leash. Alright, and finally we come to Slaanesh. He has an interesting design. I don't know, when I look at him, I think giraffe. Is that weird? I don't really have too much to say about Slaanesh, and I feel bad about that, but the model's just, it's there. He's got great, sway in his steps, though. I'm sure he rocks a runway. But no wings, so Nurgle and Slaanesh, they don't get a point because they don't have wings, and that was a part of my criteria for which god I would want to worship. They need to have wings. Anywho, next, we're talking about which of them fights best in battle. This is a big one. If I'm going to be worshipping a god, I want him to be strong, capable of crushing the enemies that stand before us and wiping out the competition completely. If you can't do that, then what the heck am I fighting for? Frickin' pushover. No, I want someone who is capable and will defend the cause we're fighting for. That's all there is to it. In the Warhammer 40k universe, Khorne, the god of war and bloodshed, is generally considered the best fighter among the Chaos gods due to his direct and visceral power focused on violence and close combat. See, there you go. He gets a point. If only because he's a god that's going to meet you on the battlefield and he's going to be right up and personal with you. There's no fanciness, there's no magic, there's nothing in between you and his fist. And I like that a lot. Khorne's power is fueled by violence and bloodshed. His followers are known for their ferocity and willingness to spill blood in his name. You know what? That's very biblical. And I like that a lot. That specific context. Old Testament, there would be blood sacrifices to God. And there's just something about that. It's almost primal. In order to appease a god, blood needs to be spilt. So there you go. Khorne gets another point. That's 2 for him. I need to know what these gods represent. I need to know what their game is. What's their plan? What's their 401k like? What's retirement going to do for me? In chaos, I need to know these things. That's pretty extreme. I read somewhere that if you believe in an emotion or you're really feeling your feels hard enough, a chaos god will be born just from that, which is a little disturbing given the context of what we know about these chaos gods. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if I was in the broadcasting studio and I was petting and loving on my space puppy dog? Does that mean somewhere in the galaxy there will be a space chaos puppy dog god? Maybe it would make the world of Warhammer a better place. If anybody has a space puppy dog, it's the God Emperor. He's sitting on his golden throne and he's got his little space pooch right here. It makes the world a better place. Space dogs. Let's get that done. Khorne, the god of blood, war, and rage. Khorne embodies the primal urge for violence and destruction. Tzeentch, the god of knowledge, change, and sorcery. Tzeentch represents the constant pursuit of knowledge, manipulation, and the desire for change. Nurgle, the god of pestilence, decay, and death. Nurgle represents the inevitability of disease, decay, and the cycle of life and death. Slaanesh, the god of pleasure, excess, and hedonism. Slaanesh embodies the pursuit of pleasure, indulgence, and the darker aspects of human desire. Well, that is a lot to think about. Each of these gods needs to have like a brochure. If you enter chaos, they'll just be like, hello, come back and see us. Okay, well, Tzeentch is actually really interesting, the god of knowledge, change, and sorcery. So he's basically just like a bird wizard, a bird space wizard. That's pretty cool. I'll give him a point for that. So that's, Khorne and Tzeentch are tied, 2-2. Nurgle, the god of pestilence and decay and death. Not because, I'm a big fan of like being nasty and full of pestilence, but there's just something really fun about being all gory and nasty and covered in ick, because people are going to look at you and be like, dude, They're going to stay away from you, which is a really good, battle strategy. Stay as far away from the nasty smelling opponent on the field. You're just going to be like, so that's a good strategy. So, you know what? Another point for Nurgle for having good tactical advantage. Slaanesh. Pleasure, excess, hedonism. I want to give Slaanesh more props, but I just think 40k, I think about the eternal battle. I think about the eternal war, anguish, hatred, gunfire, pew 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 across the galaxy. I don't think, but I guess it works out that way too, because maybe you're just so full of yourself, so full of pride. Maybe, I mean, it's just like excess, right? It's just too much. Nurgle on one hand is like the god of like death and decay and pestilence, and then we got sneeze. We got achoo. We got Zeech, who is this sorcerer, bird god. And then we have Khorne, he's like this enraged, just hateful thing. And then Slaanesh, he's sitting on his duvet, just going like, yes. Oh, you guys are just you're too much, darling. Too much. He's eating to his heart's delight. He's getting his toesies done. Maybe I'm missing the point with Slaanesh, but anywho, out of these, I'm gonna give Nurgle a point. So that's 1 for Nurgle. Good job, Nurgle. Yay. You know what? Another 1 for Zeech too. So what is that? 3 for Zeech? I don't know. Who's keeping track? I'll have to give Nurgle and Zeech on that one, because the concepts for what makes them who they are is unique. And I appreciate that. Uniqueness in a god is what we want. Because if we just have a copy and paste god, then, it's just boring. That's no fun to worship. You go and you get on your knees to pray and you're like, okay, all right, blessings to you, blessings to you. This is my favorite part. So, the higher-ups have procured me some music to listen to that represent each of the Chaos Gods. I'm very excited. I can't wait to listen. First one we're going to listen to is Zeech. Let's get into it.
Evolve beyond what you were before. Your mind is a canvas, your flesh is clay. I always shape your soul in wondrous ways. Embrace the change, mutate your form. Let evolution be your norm. In endless halls of shifting states, rewrite the rules, change your fate.
Oh, that's so much fun. I love that. That is awesome. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting something not that. That's like upbeat and nice. Let me listen to it a little bit more. God, that's so good.
Knowledge is power, and I hold the key to secrets and truths mortals long to see. Cross forbidden lore, let your mind expand. The architect's plan, you're but a strand.
That's awesome. Okay, point for Zeech. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I was expecting something like, really dark and heavy, like, I am Zeech and I'm gonna make magic and da-da-da-da. No, but that was like really fun. I loved that. Oh my gosh. Who made this? Endless Tavern. Y'all go give Endless Tavern a like, follow, and subscribe. Go worship Endless Tavern. That was really good. Next, let's listen to Nurgle.
Embrace the rot, let pestilence bloom. In your putrefaction, find joy, not doom. My garden expands with every spore. Nurgle's love will launch you to the core. Perfection's fleeting, decay endures. My plagues and proxies are nature's cures. Mortality's a gift, not a curse to bear. In the course of death and rebirth, none are spared.
Holy. Again, not what I was expecting. It's like laid back and slow. It really pulls you in with those lyrics. Holy man, I could listen to that for like ever. Another point for Nurgle. Alright, let's do Slaanesh. So this one's Endless Taverns too. Sweet.
Embrace the pleasure just for tonight.
Your siren song is so hard to resist. They say your path leads to endless abyss.
Embrace the pleasure, let inhibitions fall. And so desire's intoxicating core. Morality, faith, sensations rise. In my excess, find your paradise.
My resolve weakened.
That's awesome. I love that too. Damn it, it seems like everybody's getting points for music. Endless Taverns is like really pumping out some good stuff here. That was really good. Man, this is hard. Why'd I give myself a hard one? Of course I tell the gods, make music, and they're like, bet. Gosh, okay. Damn, this is hard. Alright, last one is Corn. This one isn't done by Endless Taverns, so let's jump in and have a look. Oh, I have to stop it. Otherwise I'll listen to the whole thing and get in trouble. That one wins. Jonathan Young. That one wins. Go give Jonathan Young a like and subscribe, and then tell him the Cadian Reporter has fallen victim to that one. Holy cow. That was so good. Alright, so Corn wins that round. I lost track. I don't know where we are. I'm too excited. You know, God Emperor knows where we are. That's good enough. I will worship at his rock metal throne. Next, who has the best rivalry? Let's break it down. In the Warhammer 40k universe, Khorne, the god of war and rage, most despises Slaanesh, the prince of pleasure, due to their opposed philosophies and the decadence of Slaanesh being an affront to Khorne's pride. I can see that. Khorne is this like massive behemoth, and he's like walking across the chaos parking lot. And he sees Slaanesh over there like in his nice Tesla, and he's just cruising past Khorne. I can see why, you know, Khorne might resent that and be like, Khorne's driving like a... The only thing that comes to mind is the frickin' Jurassic Park Jeep. That's my muscle car. Tzeentch's primary rival is Nurgle, whose energies are drawn from mortals' despair at their inevitable physical decline and death, which is the very opposite of Tzeentch, who embodies mortals' eternal hopes for a change in their circumstances. So in that one, Tzeentch is over here like performing magic like he's the frickin' genie from Aladdin. Prince Ali! Oh my gosh, he's the same color as the genie too, isn't he? Conspiracy theory. The genie, when Aladdin like really screwed him over, he became Tzeentch, the chaos god in Warhammer 40k. I'm sure it's canon somewhere. But yeah, so he's like performing his magic, and the Nurgle's over here like... I don't know. Out of those two, I think better rivalry is with Khorne and Slaanesh. There we go. Slaanesh finally got a point. So Khorne gets a point and Slaanesh gets a point. I don't know who's in the lead anymore, but, you know. Again, God Emperor, keep track. The God Emperor is sitting on the golden throne, like, violently twitching every time I, like, invoke his name to keep track of which chaos god I'm gonna defect to. He's just like, the men attending him are just like, oh my god, my lord, he's doing it again, quick! Next, which slogan represents our gods best? Which one truly says power, domination, and really gets those worshippers in line? First up, let's go with Nurgle. Nurgle is love. Nurgle is life. All praise, Papa, Plague Bringer. I don't like that the word Papa is in there. It just kind of makes me go, I don't know. It's simple and effective. It tells you everything you need to know about him. He's love. He's life. I don't know if those two things really apply for Nurgle here. It's a little deceiving, wouldn't you say? You go up to the Papa Nurgle, like a weed shop. Love. Life. But but you don't read the small print of all the like bad side effects that come with smoking the Papa Nurgle weed thing. There you go. For kids! Next, Slaanesh. Embrace your hunger, your lust, your desire. The universe is yours for the taking. It's very, very sweet. It goes down easy, like a nice whiskey. I understand why people enjoy Slaanesh, and I understand where the draw comes from. It's excess. It's doing whatever you want to your heart's content, and I get it. But it doesn't really invoke horror and fear. What I think of when I think of a chaos god. When I think of Slaanesh, just reading that, I'm thinking of Beetlejuice with his evil bar of women. Next, Tzeentch. Do not ask which creatures scream in the night. Do not question who waits for you in the shadow. It is my cry that wakes you in the night, and my body that crouches in the shadow. I am Tzeentch, and you are the puppet that dances to my tune. It's creepy. It conveys who he is, like what kind of influence he can have, and it's just so good. Oh my gosh, see, that's exciting, that's evil, that's conniving, that's secretive, that's absolutely wonderfully horrible. Ooh. The last criteria. Damn it, stop. I'm trying to be serious. Get out of here, Sergio. Last criteria, which is perhaps the most important. It will determine which god I defect to. This is so paramount. It is very important, and it comes down to which chaos god does Sergio like best. Sergio! Oh, Sergio, there you are. Oh, Sergio, what happened? What happened to your sweethead? Oh, you don't remember what happened, do you? Oh, Sergio, I'm so sorry. Oh, then you can... Oh, better. You feel better, Sergio? You want to help me with the broadcast, Sergio? Oh, you do? Oh, you're such a good Servo Skull. Okay, come here. Come here, Sergio. Come here, let me hold you. Oh, you're gonna be okay. All right, tell me, Sergio, which of these chaos gods do you like best? That one? You like that one, Sergio? Oh, you like Slaanesh best, Sergio? You do? Oh, okay. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong, Sergio. That's wrong. Oh, come here, Sergio. Come here. You know what you did wrong? No, you don't? Well, you're a heretic, Sergio. You're a heretic. Do you want to be a heretic, Sergio? No? No? Okay, well, go into the corner and think about what you did. We only worship one god here. One. We have to discipline them, otherwise they'll run amok. Just because Sergio likes Slaanesh, Slaanesh is now at net zero. Slaanesh has lost all points. We don't support that kind of heresy here. Absolutely not. Picking a god to worship. Anyway, the god I would choose, I think, has been tallied up. I think we have the numbers. I think we're ready to go. And I believe the numbers are coming in. Copy that. It's Khorne. Yeah, so Khorne won that one. I think that if on that day when hell freezes over, when the God Emperor is no more and the galaxy has truly fallen apart, then my knee would bend to Khorne. But that's not going to happen. I wear 3 rings. One for Jesus, one for my husband, and one for the God Emperor! There will be not a day when I fall prey to the evil of chaos. There will not come a day when Khorne latches his claws into me. It shall not happen. It will not come to pass. For I am resolute. I am strong in the power and in the praise of the one true God Emperor. Anyway, if you liked the content and would like to see more, leave a like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you would like to see next on the broadcasting studio, and I'll make sure your voice is heard in the galaxy. I'm the Cadian Reporter, and I'll see you next time.